Good evening. We are going to start. Yeah. Sumana, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Let's start our healthy cooking session on this Wednesday evening. We have our coach Sumana. She's going to share to us actually cook a healthy meal. Yep. So, are you going to share to us about your story first, or you're going to share to us about your recipe first?
Okay, hello everybody. I hope everybody's well on this very gloomy evening, rainy evening. I hope you all had your dinner or waiting for me to prepare dinner for you. Okay, let's start with story time first.
Okay, great. Great, yeah.
So everybody, welcome to our lifestyle healthy cooking session. Okay, today hosted by yours truly. So this is me on the left. Last September, when I was about to turn 40 and I was feeling very clumsy, so I decided that it's time to make a change. And that's where, like most of you here, I met my coach online and got started. Okay, so through the 10 days at Lean and Tone program, um, I managed to shape up and to the middle picture, and that was about the time when I joined MOP earlier this year. And then recently, the picture on the far right is taken last weekend from our BTC. Any next slide, please? So, first we had our Okay, coming soon to you, everybody, is our makeover project. That's our level 2 program after the 10 days lean and tone. So it's going to be starting end of this May. So please reach out to your coaches or whoever invited you here today to sign up, okay? Please don't miss this chance to be a goddess for the day, all right? You're all already fabulous, so now we're going to turn you into goddesses. Next slide, please. Okay, so most of you here are already on the 10 days lean and tone project. If you are not, please reach out to whoever invited you. The makeover project I just mentioned just now. And like from my picture earlier, we also have our 8 weeks BTC program, body transformation program, where we turn you into, which is our six packs factory. Okay, so do look out to qualify for this soon also because it's a chance of a lifetime you don't want to miss. All right. Okay, now I think some of us here are already back to MCO where we are not encouraged to go out so much because cases are quite high. So don't worry, we still have our lifestyle hub going on. Okay, with workout sessions in the mornings and evenings. And of course, not forgetting our 5 a.m. club on Mondays. Okay, to start off your week fresh, we set new goals, and get energized to go. Okay, and of course, like where you are today, Wednesdays, we have our healthy cooking sessions where our lovely coaches will share with you their secret recipes. Don't miss out on that. Okay, what else do we have? For now, our fit clubs are still open and practicing the SOPs. So if you are interested, please reach out to your coaches to find out the details. All right.
Yeah. That is about all the sharing and also the promotion. So, Coach Sumana, you can actually start with your recipe. Yes.
Okay. So today I will be making bibimbap. Okay. So why? Sometimes I feel that after we've indulged so much, right, I need a lighter meal. So bibimbap is one of my go-to lighter meals because it's mostly vegetables and a lot of fiber there. Okay. So now, hi Manisha. Okay. So what I normally would put in my bibimbap is any like the other one. Okay, so normally I would have spinach, carrots, and sometimes I like to put in mushrooms or fungus for that black fungus thing for a bit of texture. Okay, so we're going to start off with cutting some carrots first. You need to So the carrots need to be sliced thin, okay? Because then so that it's easier to eat and easier to cook also lah, okay? So you can use a grater for this, but sometimes I rather not because I find that the texture will be a bit too fine and then it becomes like mush. So watch your fingers. Try to get it as fine as you can, but also evenly sized. Otherwise, the cooking would be a bit difficult, right?
Sumana, we can't hear you. Yeah.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, now better.
Okay. So, so I am going to slice this like matchstick sizes, I guess. Okay. Please watch your fingers when you do this, yeah. There. Actually, right, like every other cooking show, got vegetables pre-cut already one, okay. But so I slice a little bit just for you to see only. This is the fungus that I was talking about. If you don't have it, it's okay. I just use it because I like a little bit of texture in my food. Okay, that's enough cutting for now. Dangerous. Okay, so few ingredients that are essential to bibimbap are the vegetables and secondly the protein. So now today I'm going to boil the eggs instead of frying them because one actually I don't really like splatter in my kitchen. So okay, we're gonna also little water. So I'm going to boil these eggs, and if I am lucky, it will turn out runny in the middle, firm on the outside and runny in the middle. So we're gonna it's boiling water, and we only want it to be half the height of the what you call it, the eggs, okay? Because then it'll be too hot. Then we cover it and then let it boil for 5 minutes, okay? So I'm going to turn on my timer. Okay, this kitchen timer is like my best friend, all right? Because I tend to walk away and let things get burnt in my kitchen. So we just let that boil for that. And then in the meantime, we are going to cook the spinach. Okay, so in another pan here, so the spinach I already washed, right? And then we just put it in the boiling water. And spinach doesn't take very long to cook. You just need to put it in for a little while until it wilts. Okay, so it's not going to take very long. I'm going to put that there. Okay, actually, right, I'm going to be cooking a little bit more than one portion because this is also going to be lunch tomorrow. So I won't have to cook it again. But you know what? While I boil this spinach, Annie, why don't you share us your recent BTC photo? Now, guys, ladies, guys, Annie had the most amazing transformation over our 8 weeks BTC, okay? So while I boil this, Annie, why don't you share a bit?
Yeah, I did my BTC transformations shooting is actually on Saturday. Yeah, so was actually amazing that actually we've been guide throughout the after the workout and after the whole journey of 8 weeks. We have the photo shoots, and of course we have to be how to say, be ready that we'll be
Um,
fasting almost like 1 day plus 1 day, yeah, so no water intake, everything. But it's actually the result turns out surprisingly for myself is actually nice, I would say nice. So yeah, not like people say, like they say is good lah, so for me it's still okay. So but definitely those who actually get ready for the BTC, and next one actually we have our MOP, so you all can actually join that as well. So I have to like search about my photo, it's not with me right now. Yeah, let's
okay,
go
she
back
will share
to
with us
Mana.
later.
So
Okay.
shy to share lah.
So shy to share. Oh my God, her pictures are so good, so amazing. Okay, so it just takes like a few seconds to blanch it. Okay, then I drain out the water, and then I need to slice it up. I prefer to slice it after I boil it because I think it's a little less mushy that way. Okay, and just watch your hands, it's going to be a bit hot. And don't squeeze out the water so much, you kind of like bruise the vegetables. Okay, so you really need to make sure that it's a very clean cutting board for this, okay? Not something that you cut like raw meat with recently. Okay, you don't want to get a tummy ache. Ah, hot, hot.
Coach Sumana, how long
Mm.
actually we need to boil the spinach?
Actually, spinach cooks really fast, okay? So I don't think you even need a minute. Once you see that it kind of like softens a bit or it wilts a bit, right? You
Mhm.
can remove it already.
Yeah, can be depends on the texture, how well cooked actually you want it, right?
Actually, not too long also because this thing will really turn mushy.
Mm.
Okay, so now this one is very simple. All you need is first we need to marinate this. Okay, it needs a little bit of salt, not a lot. Okay, it depends on how salty your salt is. Then just of sesame oil. You don't want too much. Just a touch for flavor. Too much also too fattening. Ah, don't want. Ah. Oh, and that's also the eggs ringing. So I'm just going to turn it off first. So the eggs, I'm going to actually just drain off the water, and then I'm just going to soak it in like room temperature water to stop it from cooking. Okay, so that's me over here. Okay, back to the spinach. So we had salt, sesame oil, and next we need some garlic. Okay, so I cook very often and I cannot be chopping garlic every day. So what I would normally do is actually like prepare a container full, and which I will scoop up with a clean spoon every time that I can use. And this would last me about maybe a week. How much garlic depends on how you feel about garlic. Okay, you can just put a little bit for flavor, or if you don't mind, you can put a bit more. And then you just mix this up, and then we leave this aside and come back to it later. Now, this spinach dish is also comes in very handy for me because I could actually just prep some and put it in the fridge, and I can easily use it for like a wrap or anything the next day. Okay, now back to the stove. We are going to stir fry the carrot. So we just need like a touch of oil, not too much, not too little. Where's that? Okay. Then we're going to put in the garlic again, just a little bit to flavor it. maybe 1 teaspoon. Okay, it's actually a mountain of carrots here because, like I said, it's also tomorrow's lunch. Now that everybody is staying at home. The carrots also doesn't need to be stir fried for very long, okay? Unless you really like, unless you have like young kids or family members that prefer softer food. Again, just a very light touch of salt to flavor it. You don't need a lot of salt because there is sauce that goes with this dish.
Too much of salt also actually making the vegetable go watery faster, right?
Yes, it
Mhm.
does make the vegetables go a bit soggy, and
Yes.
then at the same time, it makes you also a little bit fatty. So you don't want too much of the salt. So you can basically tell that it's done when it turns a bit translucent. The color changes, it's a bit lighter. This is another one reason why when cutting it needs to be like evenly sized. Otherwise, some will be cooked and some won't. Okay. So I don't mind my vegetables a bit crunchy, so this will do for now. We're going to put it aside. I'm making such a big mess on my stove. Okay, that goes there. Then in the same pan, we can fry the. Wow, yes, Annie's cooking show next because she's like watched all of us and she's becoming quite a pro
I will just see only.
already.
I eat only.
Okay, then we put this one in and then fry, fry, fry. Okay.
Sumana, I just want to check
Mm,
about this black fungus, right? Did we
mm.
need to dive deep into the water and how long was it? The water, yes.
Basically, you soak it until it kind of expands. It doesn't look dry anymore. Okay, Annie, just hang on a second, yeah, because my phone is needs to take a break. So I'm gonna try to move this over.
Yeah, from Tasha, she was asking anything to substitute about the black fungus instead.
Oh, you can just if you like mushrooms, you can have mushrooms. Okay, you can use mushrooms. I added a bit of water, yeah, to help it cook faster.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, you can do without it. It's optional. And then this one, just leave it there to boil the better.
Wow, civic should be a good idea to replace, right? Go for it.
Yes, I think seaweed is quite an important element because I really like the flavor. But seaweed, I use the plain ones, not so much the seasoned ones that comes in the packet.
Uh-huh.
Mm. So
Yeah,
the main reason why I put this is more for texture, not so much for anything else.
Okay.
So that will just take a couple of minutes. In the meantime, I can actually just make the sauce. Okay. So to make the sauce, first you need what they call gochujang, which is the Korean red pepper paste, right? There are quite a few brands to it, and you can tell by the red box, right? And it's now quite easily available in most supermarkets. Okay. Normally I won't buy such a big box, but somebody gave this to me, so I just use now. Mm, so I would just maybe take one big spoonful. So there's no real measurement to this, I think. It's just like agak-agak lah. Okay. So that can see. Yeah. Okay. So maybe I put like 2 big tablespoons here, and then just a bit of sesame oil. Let's see. Oops, that was too much. Sorry. And then just mix it up. If you prefer it sweet, you can add a bit of honey to it. If you like things sweet, you can add a little bit of honey. I don't think you need salt. And if you're a real garlic person, you can also add some raw garlic. Okay, so and then just mix it up like that.
Can you show us about how is the texture look like?
It's actually still pretty thick, like it came out from the tub.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really change much of the texture. If you like it a bit runnier, you can add more sesame oil, but that depends on how you feel about that flavor as well. And too much sesame oil is also a bit fattening, so not so
Yeah.
much, yeah? Just a tad bit for flavor. So then we already have the carrots, we already cooked the spinach, the fungus is done. Okay, then I'm just gonna put it in a container here. And okay, so we have one, can you see? We have that, and then there was the spinach, and then the sauce. Okay, so then all that's left is to assemble. So now there's rice there. Then I need to find, and then we just put a little bit of everything onto the bowl. So now the good thing about this dish is that if you don't finish all the condiments, you can actually just put it away in the fridge, and tomorrow you can use it to make like a wrap or something like that, or you make the same dish again. Now I had leftover lettuce from the kids' dinner, so that's gonna go in as well. What else can we put in there? Oh, Annie mentioned seaweed just now, right?
Yes.
So
Can
then
we
you
add
get,
in, let's say there is a fried egg, so then we slice it to be
okay, so actually, right, now that you mentioned it, Annie, um, we cooked the egg just now, and most of us will need a protein for this, all right? So
Yeah.
you can actually stir fry some chicken, maybe. You can cook some fish, like salmon, grill some salmon, or there's eggs. But I didn't do that today because there's just, I didn't want to take up so much time. But I had some air
Tofu.
fried tofu in the fridge, so we'll just use that. Okay, so we'll put some of that there. I believe there's no right or wrong with this dish. So it's basically whatever you like, you can just add it on top. Okay, now, then there was the sauce. So we're just going to put the dollop of the sauce here. Now, if you like the sauce spicier, you can always add in some chili flakes. It could be Korean ones, it could be even the regular chili flakes, anything as long as it's spicy. Then, last but not least, is the egg.
Yeah.
I have seemed to run out of spoons here. Oh, God, this spoon.
It consists of the protein, carbs, as well that
Yeah.
actually the green veggie that actually we need. Yes.
So
One
we can
bowl
put on
actually
the egg
can be two
there.
everything.
Yes, it basically has everything there. So we have the egg. What else do we need? Oh, your seaweed.
Yes.
There was your seaweed. Okay, so we're gonna put seaweed there. We find a slot and put it in. Okay, we arrange that, make it colorful a bit. Seaweed. And that is basically it. And if you have, which I think I do, sesame seeds. This should be like toasted sesame seeds. Not raw one, cooked one. I just put it in the air fryer for like a minute or two, and then it's done.
Wow.
Then there you go.
So hungry.
So hungry.
Yes.
Anyone coming for dinner?
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet,
Next
not yet.
round,
Oh,
next round.
after MCO, okay?
Yes, definitely.
Hmm, just give me a second. Okay. This place. So there. Annie, can you change the spot?
Yes. She combine. Yes, coming. Wait.
There you go.
A moment. Here is our bibimbap.
Now you want to see if my egg just now jadi or not, right? Because it was supposed to be runny in the middle. So you think? Ta-da!
Wow, nice. Nice one. Wow, just nice time. How long actually you boil it already?
So it was half the water level should be half the
Of the
height
egg,
of
right?
the egg, right? And then turn down the flame, cover it, and boil it for 5 minutes. And
Okay.
these are room temperature eggs. So if it's a cold egg, then maybe 6 minutes. Right?
So nice.
So the eggs also work as a sauce to help like moisten the food a little bit. Otherwise, it'll be very, very dry. Alternatively, you can also fry the egg, right? And there we are done.
Yes. Can you do you actually want to hold your
Want to
the
hold
bibimbap and we actually capture together with the team?
cannot. It's going
Cannot.
to. I think
Okay.
it's going to like.
Yeah. Okay. So in that
So this
case,
is going to go side by side.
okay. So I will actually capture the photo first.
I just want to put.
Okay. Shall we take a photos actually together? And please on the camera. Yes. So later on, you have to show us how, the taste.
How's the taste?
Then you tell us the taste. Yep. So on the camera, yeah, today's we
Oh,
have
I cook one so say nice one no.
to promote ma. Okay, today we got quite full house and we got two screen. Yes. Okay.
Wow,
Eh,
thank you
Debak, debak.
everybody.
Okay, come. One. Don't comment any, type anything first, so it's not be pop up the text. Okay, one, two, three. Okay, another screen. One, two, three. I get one more, just in case actually as a backup. Okay, one, two, three. Yes. So now Sumana have to like taste it actually in front of us.
Okay, so this one, right, I'm going to leave it for my husband's dinner lah. Okay, but
Okay.
since so I give you bonus.
Looks very delicious.
So for our 10 days lean and tone participants, for dinner, actually we don't recommend you to have
Right.
carbs, right?
Yes.
So what do you do? What can you do with it?
Yeah. Any good tips for it?
If you have seaweed at home, which I always do, because I tend to throw everything into a wrap. Whenever I have no idea what to eat, I always throw everything into a wrap, right? So you take the, square seaweed.
Oh, seaweed wrap, right?
You can get in most of the supermarkets, right?
Okay.
You put it there, and then you take some vegetable lah,
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, some lettuce. Then we can actually just lay out whatever we had just now,
Oh,
right?
so it's just like those who actually in the 10 days, so there are no
Yeah,
carbs actually during dinner. Dinner, this is for dinner. So basically, you can actually replace and wrap it by using the seaweed wrap. So with the same
yeah.
ingredients. Yep.
So with the same ingredients, you can actually just pile everything on, right? And ta-da! Okay, I won't put the tofu in this one because it's just gonna, it might be a bit messy.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can have a little bit of the sauce, right? Uh, there. And then if you have like, you can fry an egg or an omelette or something like that and put it on as well. Then you
Okay.
just roll it up. I, and there you go. Okay, so preferably if you have an egg or something, then it will be more filling lor.
Ah,
Hmm?
can be like
Let me
omelette,
see.
right?
Yeah, an omelette might be better. Let's see if we can fix this up. Okay, there. And then you get like that. Is it
Wow. Immediately actually change to another dish already. So
right?
good.
So that's why I do make this dish because then I can use it as I can repurpose it for other things, other dishes later.
Okay.
Mm,
Good tips.
some picture, right?
Yeah, Coach Romana, can you mind to remove the knife so I can take a photo? Yes.
Wait ah, nah,
Yes,
this time
great. So I can share it to the group. Wow, wow,
you can
wow.
share to the group this way. And here you go.
Nice. So
Very
everyone, you
fun.
got the tips. One meal type that actually you can actually have two way of eating way.
Yes, two ways of eating it. And if you want to have it for lunch, you can also use your pita wraps and we use all the same ingredients here again.
Great. Thank you for the tips. So
You're
far,
most
have any
welcome.
questions that actually said like, you want to know more about to preparing about this bibimbap. Anyone? Any question?
Basically, for vegetables, you can use any vegetable that you like, right? Just quickly stir fry a little bit with a little bit of garlic and a touch of salt, and you're done, right? And then if you keep it in like nice containers, then you can just stack it up nicely in the fridge, and you're actually set for the next few days. So sometimes we are quite busy, right? And we don't have time to meal prep every day. So this is one easy way to do it.
Okay, good. Thanks
Okay.
for sharing. Very nice show. I
So
will
thank you
tomorrow go cook.
everyone for joining.
Yes.
Okay, and we'll see you. Don't forget to look out for next week's healthy cooking session. And for those of you who are at home and need a workout, I think there's Coach Nicholas at 8 o'clock.
Yes, there is a Coach Nicholas at next fit hour at 8 o'clock. So after you'll have your light dinner or no light dinner, actually a pre-workout shake, you can actually then you can join to this Coach Nicholas. Yeah, 8
Yep, yep.
p.m.
Okay, thank you
Thank
everybody.
you.
See you.
See you soon.